Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back into the video today, and today the Houston Astros took a terrible loss to the LA Dodgers, 7-8, and the frustration and that I have after this loss is just I don't even know what to say. I mean, this was a bad loss. This was a really bad loss, and we've, from time to time, from bad losses, we have blamed these bats for the Astros. Oh, the Astros bats didn't do this. The bats were cold. They couldn't score runs. The Astros bats were on fire today. They did everything they needed to do. They hit well. These guys hit the ball amazing today. Tuve was great. Bregman was great. Abreu was solid. Yanner Diaz was good. And there was only one player in the Astros lineup that did not have a hit today, and that one player was someone who was making his Astros debut today, and someone who has only played in, I think, like 12 or 15 major league games. So in that case, when you view it like that, when the only guy that did not have a hit in the lineup today was Bly Madris, and he was making his Astros debut and has spent more time in the minors than he has in the majors. So the Astros bats were on fire today. But the bullpen, I'm not even going to talk about Ronald Blanco because he was fantastic in this game, had a quality start, had 6 strikeouts, only gave up 2 hits in 6 innings, had a rough start in the first inning, and then was dominant after that. I mean, dominant. He was amazing, and then the bullpen was terrible. Maton was terrible. He gave up a home run. And we usually don't see him struggle like that, but Maton did bad. Abreu was terrible. I mean, terrible. And Abreu's been good for us usually. Ryan Stanek, he was not bad for the Astros in this ball game, but he is the reason we lost because of that balk. And I hate to say it for the Astros, it was a balk. It was a balk on Ryan Stanek for sure. I get his frustrations that Stanek would then get ejected by the second base umpire, which I did hate that umpire. I mean, he gave Stanek this smirk look like he was happy of everything that was going on. Now Stanek, I don't think he should have lost it the way he did. I knew it was going to happen when it happened. I knew Ryan Stanek, the only reason Stanek did not literally lose his freaking mind when he was called for the buck, because he knew if he lost his mind he'd get ejected and he'd put the Astros in a bad position because they didn't really have anybody else to put on. I mean, I don't think they were going to be able to use Ryan Presley. I'm pretty sure they used Ryan Presley yesterday. So, I mean, I guess they could have put in Rafael Monteiro, and we know how that would have gone. The Astros would have lost this game like 7-19. I'm just kidding. But Rafael Monteirio's terrible. So Stanek knew to finish out this game after the horrible balk call. He got the strikeout for the third out and then let his emotions out and just. I'm not a lip reader, but I'm pretty sure Stanek used a lot of profanity to the second base umpire. But I mean, this was just a tough loss to the Astros. They had an amazing 5th inning where they had a 5-run 5th inning, 5-hit 5th inning as well. They were up 7-3 in this ball game and blew it. But let's go over it for the Astros. As the Astros lose 7-8, 13 hits for the Astros, 5 for the Dodgers, 0 errors in this ball game. Win goes to Bickford. He's that's a funny name. 2-2 on the season, 2 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 4 strikeouts. Loss goes to Abreu. He has struggled in his last couple outings. He's 2-2 in the year. Only got 1 out, 3 earned runs, 0 strikeouts, 3 walks. He couldn't control his pitches today. His sliders were off. He was throwing a lot of balls outside the zone, and Abreu was very bad for the Astros today. Save goes to Phillips, his 10th of the year. Pitched the ninth, 0 earned runs, 0 strikeouts, 0 walks. Did give up a hit to Kyle Tucker, though. Scoring summary. The Dodgers would have 2 home runs in the first inning, where Ronald Blanco would struggle to start in the first inning, giving up 3 earned runs. But then Ronald Blanco would be on his game after that, because after that, Ronald Blanco would not give up any hits in the rest of his outing, because Blanco only gave up 2 hits in his 6 innings, and those were the first inning home runs. So after inning 1, from inning 2 to 6 that Blanco was out there, he did not give up any hits. Ronald Blanco was fantastic for the Astros today. Jason Hayward hit a 2-run shot. Martinez scored 3-0, and then after that 3-run first, after that, I mean, man, was Blanco good. But Jose Altuve in the 3rd inning would have an RBI single. Myers would score, and it would be 1-3. Then in the 5th inning, the Astros would go on a huge rally where it would start with Jose Altuve. It would start with Corey Julks. Corey Julks would hit a single in the 5th. Then Jake Myers would get a walk. And then Jose Altuve placed a beautiful bunt single where he would outrun the pitcher, and the bases would be loaded with 0 outs. And Alex Bregman, being amazing with the bases loaded throughout his career, Alex Bregman in his career with the bases loaded prior to this bat had a 395 batting average, and tonight Alex Bregman hit his 2nd grand slam of the season. Alex Bregman in the 5th inning, Bregman would home run to left 370 feet. Julks scored, Myers scored, Altuve scored, and it's 5-3. The Astros, after they cleared the bases with the Bregman grand slam, would keep it going as Kyle Tucker would get on with a walk. Then Jose Abreu would get on with a double, so then there'd be runners on 3rd and 2nd, and then Yanner Diaz would have an RBI single to get Tucker to score, and Abreu to 3rd, and then it'd be 6-3. Then Abreu would hit an RBI in the 6th inning, hitting a sacrifice fly to center. Altuve would score, and it was 7-3. But then the Dodgers start their comeback in the 7th. Peralta, as a pinch hitter, would hit a home run to right, 401 feet. Hayward scored at 7-5. Then Hayward hit sacrifice fly to right in the 8th inning. Freeman scored. Smith to 3rd, 7-6. Then Outman hit a ground rule double. Smith scored. DeLuca to 3rd, 7-7. Then DeLuca would score on a balk on Ryan Stanek. Outman to 3rd on the balk, and it would be 7-8 as the final score. Let's go over the individual batters for the Astros in this ball game. Altuve was excellent. Did very well here in those boosts today. A RBI single in the 3rd inning. A beautiful place bunt to get the bases loaded in the 5th inning. Also scored 2 runs in this ball game. And then an infield single in the 1st inning. So Altuve got on 3 times with 3 singles, and one of those singles was an RBI single today, going 3 for 5. Jose Altuve was really good in this game for the Astros. Bregman was 2 for 5, 2 extra base hits. Alex Bregman would hit the grand slam in the 5th inning, and then would hit a 6th inning double to left, Altuve to 3rd, and that would be it for Alex Bregman. Kyle Tucker was 1 for 3, hitting a single in the 9th inning, and would have a 3rd inning and 5th inning walk. But 1 for 2 for Kyle Tucker in this ball game. Jose Abreu, after having the last couple of days off, Abreu showed in this game that having a day off was good for him, or multiple days off, because he had Wednesday's game off. Thursday, the Astros had the day off in general, and then Friday and yesterday's game, he had the day off. Abreu started off the game with the 2nd inning single to center, well hit ball. Then in the 3rd inning would ground into fielder's choice. Then a 5th inning would kill a double to center, Tucker to 3rd. Then in the 6th inning, he crushed one to center. That would be beautiful catch by the center fielder. Altuve would score, so Abreu would get the RBI. But then in the 9th inning, he'd be on with the bases loaded and would ground into double play. So, yes, he was good for the Astros today, having a single and a double and a sacrifice fly, but he did ground into double play in the 9th. The bases weren't loaded for the Astros. That was the ninth inning when Tucker was at first. The Astros grounded into double play. So grounded into double play in the ninth when Tucker was at first, but did have a sac fly, a double, and a single. The Astros would have not had that type of inning they had, they would have had that grand slam by Bregman, but most likely if Abreu wasn't able to hit that double, the Astros would have not continued to score another run in that inning like they did to stretch the lead to 6-3. But Abreu was really solid today for the Astros, going 2 for 4 with having an RBI. Yainer Diaz went 2 for 4 today with a double to center in the 4th inning and a RBI single in the 5th inning. And then Jeremy Pena was 1 for 4 with a second inning single, and that was it for Jeremy. Bly Madris was 0 for 3, but did have a 5th inning walk, and that got Diaz to second, and that would be it for Bly Madris. Corey Julks would be 1 for 4. Had a home run robbery in this game to start off the game. In the 1st inning, robbed Mookie Betts of a leadoff home run, and then he hit a single to left. So a really good day for Corey Julks. Scored a run, hit a single, and robbed Mookie Betts of a home run. One of the best catches of Corey Julks this season. Probably will go down as probably the best catch from Corey Julks this season. And then Jake Myers, in his first at-bat today, was able to break out of an 0 for 23 slump, hitting a double to left in the 3rd inning, then would have a 5th inning walk. So a walk and a double today and 2 runs for Jake Myers to get out of a 0 for 23 slump. Had to feel really good for Jake today. Blanco went 6 innings, like I said, for the Astros, only giving up 2 hits, 3 earned runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts. That'd be it for Blanco in this game. Maton would take over for him in the 7th inning, would not be able to finish the inning, gave up 2 hits and 2 earned runs. Hector Neris would take the final out of the 7th inning for Phil Maton, would finish the inning in 2 pitches, and then the Astros would go to the 8th, and Brian Abreu and Stanek would combine for 1 hit, 3 earned runs, 4 walks, and 2 strikeouts to lose the ball game, and it would be a really terrible loss for the Astros as the Astros blow a 7-3 lead, and maybe hopefully the Astros can try to take the win and avoid it being swept in this series on tomorrow night. And tomorrow night is a game where you're playing on national television, Sunday night baseball on ESPN Sunday night baseball. So hopefully the Astros are able to take care of business and avoid being swept. Hunter Brown's on the mound, so that makes me confident in the Astros. But hopefully the Astros are able to take care of business. You guys have my thoughts, and tough loss for the Astros. This is gonna go down as one of the worst losses for the Astros all season. But gotta forget about this one and move on. You guys have my thoughts, Astros fans. That's it for the video. If you guys enjoyed, peace out. Go Astros.